But I am on this journey to put back natural into black people.
Your background?
My background is I started off barbering when I was like 12 years old. Been in the barber shop since I was 15. And I'm 37. It's the only job I ever had. Never punched a clock a day in my life. So I'm a hair lifer. I got into the man weave just really by happenstance. Just really saw the ideal of doing it, learned how to do it, and I just ran with it. I felt it really would fit my skill set because I'm a barber and I'm a stylist as well. So ManWeave is actually like the perfect marriage of both worlds, barbering and cosmetology. My background is, like I said, I'm a barber. I started off as a barber. When I decided to do this thing as a career, I learned how to do cosmetology. I have a barber shop, and I have a salon, and I have a barber academy. And I've done celebrity work. I've won every probably national barber competition there is. And I've just been around the game a long time. I'm a young guy, but I got started early.
So you said celebrity. So which celebrity has the man weave? You open yourself up to that one. I want to know now.
I think I'm going to plead the fifth.
Exactly. For you.
Please describe to our listening audience, what is man weave?
ManWeave is like the popular hashtag. I prefer men's custom hair units. We also can go by cranial prosthesis or just plain old hair units. ManWeave kind of got the popular, like I said, hashtag on IG, Facebook. So that's kind of got the popularity out there. But basically, it's a custom hair unit that's built directly on the scalp for a particular client based on their trouble area.
Okay, you open yourself up again. Depending on what area, or
Right.
You can do any area. That's what you're saying.
I could do any area they need.
Okay.
So if you got the sunroof in the back, we can cover that. And if you got the LeBron in the front, we got you on that too.
Okay.
However you want to play it.
Okay. Before we get in trouble, I'm going to pivot to you. Please describe your book, Developing Healthy Natural Healthcare Regimen.
So that's the book, healthy hair is good hair. There is no bad hair. The hair that is taken care of, that's good hair. So the goal and the reason for the book is to encourage any black woman or any black young girl out there who is thinking, you know what, I'm ready to embrace my natural hair. Then you have the resource for you. Oftentimes you have women, black women that want to embrace the natural hair, but there's just so much information out there and it could be so overwhelming. So now they have a resource, something to help them while they are on the natural hair journey, because sometimes it will be frustrating, but then if you know you have a go-to, it makes it a lot easier for you.
When I was reading your bio, when I was watching your video, it made me think of school days, that little segment where the natural versus the straight hair, and they did all the song and the dancing and stuff. It seems like the same thing with the man weave. I'm sorry to put you in this. And the natural hair. Why do you think more black women are going natural in comparison to like a couple of years ago? Like everybody was wearing weaves, extensions, braids, whatever, and now they want to go natural.
So when you say go natural, that's what we were born with. I was born with this natural hair. But then because of the beauty, the European beauty that we were used to, looking into the TV, watching the TV, it was always straight hair. And we thought, we the black women, the girls, we thought having straight hair was beauty. But now that people are seeing black girls, black women are seeing other women, other black girls wearing their natural hair, now you're giving them the permission to also embrace their own natural hair. You have some black women, they don't even know what their natural hair looks like because they started having the problem when they were like 6 or 7 years old. Now growing up and seeing the beauty and the versatility of natural hair, they're like, you know what, let me even know what my natural hair looks like. And now they're embracing it. And it's just so relieving and so amazing to see black young girls. I mean, I go out even for high school students, and then I see like 4 or 5 girls, and I look at just one that's embracing their natural hair. I always make it a point of duty to call her and say, hey, you look different and you look beautiful with that natural hair. So always empowering the young girls to know, hey, you're doing the right thing. Embracing who you are starts with you embracing your natural hair.
Now, I want to ask the follow up. What you say to people when they call natural look the nappy look? Children are being taught that the straight is what the society is looking for, not the nappy look. What would you say to that, to those people?
I mean, whatever you've been exposed to, that's what you know. That's all that you know. So being nappy, that word is just so derogatory. You don't want to be using that word. But then you have some young girls too. They want to do that, but maybe the mom or the grandmom is calling that, saying that to them, and that makes them feel bad. But then now that you know that this is what we were born with, nappy or no nappy, that's what you were born with. But then having the education to know that one of the reasons why it's like that, it's probably because there is not enough moisture in there. But when you get all the knowledge that you know that, hey, you need to take care of this here, you need to put in moisture in there, you see that it's no longer going to be nappy. You just have to.
Why more men are moving towards getting a weave? It puzzles me because it's like, hey, I'm going to go get some more hair weave at the shop.
Well, I see how you bring in the two situations together. There couldn't be more of the opposite, though. In my case, it's really restoring confidence in someone that's not ready to go bald, or maybe they're dealing with a temporary case of alopecia areata. Whereas opposed to
can you define that?
Okay, alopecia areata is baldness, sudden baldness in spots. And a lot of times it's caused by stress. They don't even really have a real cause for it. Doctors are treating it with either cortisone cream, or sometimes they'll get a little shot. And so it's very temporary, but it can last 3 to 4 months. Okay, and then in the case of male pattern baldness, there's really nothing you can do about that. So if you have a young man, he's going through male pattern baldness, he's 22, and you feel like, man, it's really bringing down my swag, then he comes see me, and that's why I get paid.
So it's bringing down the swag. Like Earl Winfrey, you know, he has the swag, and he talked to you off the air talking about visiting you. What you can do for Earl?
Man, look, I would bring life back to Earl's dating game if he needed. Like, he gonna be stunning on his exes when I finish. Like, sure, you know, I got him. Salt and pepper, whatever you want. Wave 360, box, whatever time period he felt like, you know, he had it at. You know how old school they be like, you know, this is my year. Man, whatever you want. He can do a Gumby. We got it.
Now, you were saying on the video and also in your bio, you don't use artificial, you use the real stuff. Can you describe how long does it last, and what type of real hair you're talking about? This is for African American men.
Correct.
And just in case, we're not talking about white, this is African American males. So what made you like, we need something for us?
And that's exactly how it started. Was part of my intrigue was that, for a long time we see it, you know, Caucasian men wearing toupees, and it seems to blend in pretty well. We didn't have a lot of believable textures for people of color. And so now that I was able to find human hair that matches our hair texture, we are able to go ahead and create a unit that is undetectable. And you know, with a brother, it's got to be low key. It's got to be. It's got to be. He can't be fronted off.
But if they see you at the shop, it's not low key.
Oh man, that's why they come to my private suite.
Oh, okay. So now you got that nod from Earl there. Okay.
Yeah, and I mentioned, by the way, average hair unit will probably run you anywhere from like $250 to $1,000, just depending on what you're getting. You asked the question about how long it lasts. Generally, it's lasting 6 weeks. Currently working on a 360 wave unit that's going to be like 3 to 4 months long. Of course, they're gonna pay me more for that. But you know, I'm gonna keep them in the game longer.
So what if somebody wants Tony Curtis or the Gumby or something that you mentioned?
Well,
you had a person on the Real Talk show, and he had a box.
Yes, sir.
And his hair was low, and he had almost like a George Jefferson. And you put life in it, and you put a box on his head. So
yeah, you saw that, huh?
Yeah, I saw that. So, well, of course, I have to prepare for the interview.
All right.
My question is, you said, okay, don't immediately take a shower with it.
Right.
But why is that?
It was a little bit offbeat joke. I said you should be cool as long as you don't go swimming on the first date. You know, you don't want to be detected like that. You know, you don't want to be diving in there and your fro fall off. You know, so you could take a shower. You don't want to immerse it in water. Is basically my point. You got to remember, even though you bought it, it's yours. You know, moisture could be the enemy to a lot of things. And so, with that being said, they can do everything else. They can work out. They can play ball. All of that. They just gotta come back to me weekly or every other week for maintenance, and all is well.
Speaking of maintenance, natural hair, some women say that the maintenance take up too much of their time, too much of out of their day, and that's why they're going to the weave, the extensions, so forth and so on, because there's only so much they can do. You're saying it's not all about that. You still can take care of with your natural hair without all that stuff they need to do with, hair weave.
And that's right. So it's your choice. You either want to make it as easy for you or as difficult for you. So what I say is just make sure that your regimen suits your lifestyle. You don't have to be washing your hair every day. So maybe you can just do one day in the week, or you can do every other week. And while you are not washing your hair, just make sure you are doing your moisturizing your hair every other night with water and moisturizer, just to make sure that things are, your hair is not too dry, because if the hair is too dry, that would lead to breakage. So just simplify the process.
Now, the timing and the maintenance of it, you said it doesn't take that much time.
I mean, it doesn't take that much time. When you're washing your hair, the wash day is like the day that, I see that as a day that you pamper yourself. It's a day and the time that you set aside and say, hey, this time is for me and my hair, and then you do that. But during the course of the week, after you're done with the washing, all you need to do is just to spray every other night, and then you're good to go. And then the style, make sure you're doing styles that you don't have to be tampering with your hair every day. So doing low manipulation styles like twist, and then putting the twist in an updo, so that way you're not in your hair every morning, trying to get things together. Just keep it simple, and your hair will also thank you for it, because you'll be able to retain the length that you get from the growth of your hair.
You want to jump in?
Yeah, I like that. Actually, I agree with her. I'm a stylist as well. And so, like, all my female customers are tripping out because, like, man, you never would put weave in our hair, blah, blah, blah. That's always been my motto. If I can't run my hands through it, I don't do it. I've always been an anti-weave and building up their natural hair. And so it's ironic that I'm doing ManWeaves, and especially with my youth that I work with, I have young ladies, I have to tell them, this is my rule of thumb. If you're wearing your weave more times a year than you're wearing your regular hair, we got a problem right there. Now, in some cases, people need it, and I'm all for that. It's an aesthetic appendage that you could work with to cover up some things. But if you're 16 and you're dependent on this weave to create an image, now we got some other issues going on there. Like, we're looking up to the IG Instagram thoughts instead of Michelle Obama or somebody. And so that's where all that's coming from. So, I run a regular, ponytail deliverance and weave deliverance service in my shop. I lay hands on the weave fall out. That's what I do. Amen to that.
I'm speechless on that one. Now, when you was on the Real Talk, how did that come about?
Basically, from my knowledge, it was a meeting going on in their production room. They had flirted with the topic of ManWeave on other shows. And one of the producers said, hey, if you guys want to bring somebody in, I got the perfect guy for you. And it just so happened to be somebody that was familiar with my work on Instagram. And I had worked with them on the Judge Mathis show before. And so it just kind of happened, and the avenue opened, and 2 weeks later, we're on the show doing our thing. And it's funny you said I did take that guy from George Jefferson to Will Smith. Real talk. Real talk.
George Jefferson to Will Smith.
Yes, sir.
So what can you take Earl Winfrey from?
Earl ain't short-stopping over there, man. He's a handsome guy, no homo. But he's, excuse me for that, but I really can go however he wants. If he wants to go with the youthful, like, darker look, we can go with something that, you know, is good for him. But we also can go with the salt and pepper distinguished man look, which I think would be more fitting for him because he has the salt and pepper accents. And I mean, sometimes you look well wearing that. You look like I need to go up to you and borrow some money, you know. So I want to work with that.
When you talk about your book about natural hair, natural beauty, embrace your naturalness. You have a daughter.
3 daughters.
3 daughters. What you say to them when they go to school, they see different forms of hair, and they come back and they say, Mommy, they made fun of me, you know, with my natural hair, my natural look. You say to your daughters what?
Thank God that has never happened. Because what happens is their friends look at them and then they ask, how did you do your hair like that? And then they begin to tell them, it's my natural hair. I do this, I do that. So they don't have that. Nobody ever questioned them. Rather, they ask, how can they get their hair to look natural like this?
Tell us about your book. What are the steps? Because you go frame by frame, because there's a lot of natural looks that you have. You can put it in a braid, you can put it like in a ponytail and a bob. You can do, you mentioned the Bob Marley look. I don't know what that is, but you can explain that. But explain in your book, healthy hair is good hair.
I mean, just like I said, in the natural hair community, they say some hair is good and some hair is bad. Mm-hmm. But I say there is no bad hair. The hair that is taken care of is good hair. So regardless of whatever texture or whatever length your hair is good as long as you are taking care of it. So my book has different things, how to do the regimen, the different oils that you can use. And if you're trying or if you're thinking of transitioning, I list different steps that you can take to help you with your transitioning journey. And like I say, if you want to embrace your natural hair, first and foremost, you have to know within yourself that that is what you want to do. You're not embracing your natural hair for somebody else. You are embracing that for you because maybe 1, you're tired of the chemicals, or 2, you just want a different look, or 3, like I said, you just don't know what your natural hair color or natural pattern looks like, and you're curious to know that, then you can do that. But then along the way, people will challenge your decision. So my question to you is, are you going to stand for what you believe in? Or you're going to say, you know what, I don't know what people are going to say about my natural hair, so I'm not embracing it. Well, why are you giving them power? Who are the people anyway? If that's what you want to do, if you think it's time for you to stop the chemicals, I say go for it. And then surround yourself with other naturalistas or people that would encourage you on the way to go. And always look out for, there's information out there. So you can't say there isn't any information. There's a lot of information. You can go on YouTube, you can go on Facebook, or even on Instagram, on Periscope. Information is out there. Look for it, get it, and then move on. But just don't say, I don't like women say, oh, I won't look beautiful, oh, my face is too big, oh, my forehead. No, those are just excuses. Yeah. You know what natural hair does to you? When you decide to embrace your natural beauty and everything that comes with you, that is power, that is freedom, that is you saying, this is who I am, and this is how I'm appearing in the world. You either love me or you leave me alone.
You felt that power? That's what I'm talking about. She own it. She own it. Amen.
Thank you. Yes.
Yeah.
That's what we're saying.
Your response to that?
I mean, my response really, I focus on the youth because some of these ladies are so far gone, you know, they know too much. So I focus on the youth. The young men, we've been happy. Let me step back. The young women, they actually do it for each other. They don't do it to impress that young man. The young men are gonna like you anyway. We've been liking girls since Double Dutch and the Jerry curl. We don't tell nothing about that. You know. So.
By the way, can you do an extension with the Jerry curl?
Man, we can make it work, man. You know, as long as the price is right, we can make it work.
Get prepared for a Jerry curl half hour here.
Right. And so I try to pull back that excuse that this is what they need to create an image. Like, no, you guys are doing this for some image that you guys want to portray about yourself. Because women, you know, they kind of dissect each other a little bit. We'll leave it at that sometimes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll leave it at that.
Now, this is an open-ended question for the both of you. If someone makes a decision, let's say confidence-wise, because you mentioned when men come to you, you feel their self-esteem is kind of low. Yeah. And then all of a sudden they're starting to smile when you put that extension in there, so forth and so on. And now you see that boost of confidence. In your comparison analysis, you're saying that women have come to you saying, how do I go with my natural hair? They say this about my natural hair, and you just said, embrace it. Embrace it. And this book will help you embrace it, and you look beautiful without that. So tell us about the self-esteem about both measures here, starting with you.
Like you said, when you decide to embrace your natural hair, you're embracing everything about you. So you might feel your head is too big and all that. But the moment you decide, you know what, this is me and this is who I am, and I'm ready to embrace my natural hair, other things even in your life will begin to fall into place. Now you've embraced who you are. Now you have even more confidence, because either long hair or short hair, it doesn't matter. What matters is this is your hair and you are taking care of it. Now you know that it is your own natural hair. You seek out knowledge to take care of it. And remember, what you nurture grows. And you nurturing yourself, nurturing your body, and nurturing your self-image and your self-esteem, that skyrockets. And people will notice that around you. And people will be drawn to you, because what you give out is what you attract.
In various cases, sometimes it is a boost of self-esteem from a low self-esteem aspect. In other places, it's really just restoring that confidence that a guy gets when he gets his hair cut. Like the barbershop is so a part of our culture. If you grew up getting haircuts every week, fresh lining, and then all of a sudden you don't even have that option, you can't even get a line that's back in the middle of your head. It's gonna have an effect on you mentally, because like you can come in the barbershop feeling not your best, and you can leave out feeling really handsome. And so I've had ex-NBA players fly me out and get this, and I'm like, man, well, brother, he got everything going on, you know, he's suited and booted, and he has all this stuff going on, but it's nothing like when that brother get his hair cut and he look in the mirror and he be like, yeah. He said, man, I haven't seen my line in a decade. Like, you restoring, like, you got that youthful spunk, you know. That's what I'm gonna do for your mans right there. That's what I'm gonna do.
You know what? You got a Cleveland Cavaliers hat. Is it LeBron James?
Yes, sir.
Okay, see?
No. No.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, LeBron has some other stuff going on. He has some other more high-tech.
He needs to holler
stuff.
at you. That's what
he actually has a line now. Pay attention. Oh, absolutely.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
He's been working on it little by little.
But he needs to holler at you.
Right, you know, no, I like his approach. I mean, if you can afford it, I do like, you know, when you can do the hair restoration where the doctors take hair seeds from another part of your body and plant them up front. But, you know, that's like a lot of money. You know, everybody can't afford that. So I'm like a temporary fix to the problem. We can keep doing it and we can keep doing it. But if you can afford that, man, more power to you. And that's what LeBron is doing just watch the track scars on the right side. Just watch. And that's my man's. That's my favorite basketball player in the world. That's why I got the Cleveland Cavalier hats.
Okay, so we're running out of time. Tell them how they can get a hold of you, where they can purchase the book, and how they can purchase it, and how they can get access if they wanted to see you and help them out with their hair.
Sure, thank you. So I'm on Facebook as Lola Fora, and also on Instagram, Lola Fora, and also on Periscope. To get the book, you can get the book on Amazon. Just type in Lola Fora. I actually have 2 books in there, an ebook and also this paper book. And also you can also get it from my site, lolafora.com. And I also have a blog where I share tips and tricks about natural hair and just making the journey as easy and as simple for you. And that's Editor in Kinks, www.editorInkinks.com. And you can email me at lolafora16@gmail.com or editorinkinks@gmail.com. Thank you.
All right, to find me, you can go on my website, www.erskinereeves.com. I spell Erskine ERSKINE. R as in Robert, V as in Victor, ES.com, ErskineReeves.com. I have a barbershop inside of Stratford Mall in Bloomingdale, Illinois. I have a Erskine Reeves salon as well in that same mall. And I also have a barber school located in Hillside, Illinois, on the corner of Manhattan and Washington.
All right. So any numbers they can get a hold of you? Or
well, yeah, let's go with the barber school number is where I'm at usually, and where most of my bookings are done. 708-493-0936. Once again, 708-493-0936.
All right, that's going to do it for us. Thank you guys for the drive. That's going to do it for us on this Monday night. Thanks to Earl Winfrey, our executive producer, Rhea Ray Harris, and Wanda, who's always behind the scenes. Rhea Ray Harris is up next with Straight No Chasers. You guys have a wonderful week. Coming up next week, guess what? Jermaine Coles, you know him. You heard of him. And he'll be in the studio next week.